Hello, and welcome to this special Q&A video with Andromedan contactee Alex Collier. In today's video, we're sharing an exclusive sneak peek from the latest webinar's question and answer session. If you'd like to dive deeper and watch the full webinar replay, it's available for just $5.99 over at alexcollier.tv, exclusively for our community of truth seekers. Before we get started, we'd be so grateful if you could like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to get notified of all new videos. Your support helps spread Alex's messages from the Andromedans to more people around the world. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Whether it's your thoughts, a question, or even just an emoji, every comment counts, and we read them all. Your feedback and engagement really make a difference. If you'd like to show a little extra support, consider clicking the super thanks button, the heart with a $sign, to give a tip. Every bit helps us continue to bring you more content from Alex Collier. Now, let's get into this special Q&A with Alex.
Alex, Ben Fulford, this is from Stefan, acknowledged last week the RV that stated that redeeming or exchanging any old note like IQD was a con. Your comments?
I'll be happy to. Just for the record, there are bank sources. And when I say to you bank sources, we're looking for the IQD to be on the Forex. And these are bank people. It might behoove you to know that the IMF gave Vietnam permission to RV. Now, I don't know when that's going to be, but they have permission to do it. And they have been bugging the IMF and the BIS for several months now because they didn't want to wait for Iraq to do it. So they now have permission to go. There is so much noise out there. And again, a lot of that noise is intentionally created to pull you away from focusing on your moment, the moment here, right now, and focusing on what it is that you want. When they realize that collectively we are beginning to hone in on what it is that we want, and our frequencies are coming together, and we are creating a vibration, and we are building, we are accelerating in our focus and getting back to taking back our power. They will create distractions to pull us away from it, because these distractions, their purpose is to drain us of our energy, to pull us off the focus of what it is that we want. And they're very, very good at that. They've been doing this forever to us. It drains our energy because we get distracted. Oh, we got to worry about that. And all of it is noise. Most of it has absolutely nothing to do with us. Some of it isn't even real at all. It's just made up, but they hype it up as drama to draw us into it. And we have to focus on the present, what we're doing and we're building right here, right now. Because this is the moment we own, is right here, right now. We no longer own the past, all right? The future, we don't own that either because we're not in the future. We are here now, creating the present and our future. But you can't go from here to the future and create that, because if you're not building it here, that's not going to come together. It's not going to manifest. You have to build your energy here in the present to move to the future. That's why there's so much noise. There's a lot of distraction, and it's intentional to keep us off balance. This is no longer white hat, black hat. This is good and evil. This is where we're at. It has been elevated out of politics to the spiritual warfare. And that's what the dark side does, is it distracts you. It pulls you off your center. It makes you off balance, because then you become vulnerable. And that's the only way. They don't attack spiritual warriors because they know that you're strong, that you're empowered. And that's not who they prey on. They prey on the weak. That's what they do. So the idea is not to be weak. spiritually, and that's all they got. They're cornered. They're already cornered and they know it. So it's going to get weirder and weirder. There'll probably be more lashing out, more projection of nonsense. And there are groups of souls that have invested so much of themselves into creating this false narrative. They have invested everything of themselves into that. And now they realize that it's over for them. And no, they can't just turn around and say, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. They can't just do that. They're not going to get away with that. They're going to answer for the harm that they've done. And that's why they're fighting so hard, because there's no way out for them. Comeuppance are coming. They are. The comeuppance are coming. And I know there's chatter out there. There's a lot of noise. And there are a lot of moving parts and a lot of things we don't know. And I know most of us are trying our hardest to figure it out. We're all trying to figure it out. But if we only have the viewpoint of 70% of the information, then your accuracy will only be possibly up to that mark, 70%. Without the other 30%, then we're winging it. We're guessing at what's going to happen. Because to truly make an absolutely good, perfect decision, one has to know all the information, and we simply don't have it because this is warfare. And both sides are playing this. But you can always tell who the losing team is because they're the ones that show themselves. They expose themselves for who they are. Like the left, they're exposing who they truly are and what they've always been about because they're losing and they're throwing tantrums. They're lashing out, projecting all that nonsense onto everybody else. I don't necessarily know if we have to figure it all out right now, this moment. But what we can do is step out of the noise when you can, do some introspection, voluntary introspection, listen to your own intuition, your gut, and stay focused on what it is that you want. Because if we all continue to focus on what we want, we are going to continue to move through this storm that's circling around us. And at some point, we will be beyond the storm and we will have clear sailing and we will be literally manifesting what it is that we want. And that's the whole goal here, the purpose of freeing humanity and accelerating our frequency and our consciousness to jump to 4 and then to 5th. That was the whole point. So all of this stuff is here throwing trees and branches and stuff on the road, on the trail, to try to slow us down or to distract us and get us to turn back. And as long as we stick together, we will all get there. At least most of us will get there. There will be those who give up and turn around and surrender. That's a shame, but we have to remember they're eternal souls. They will eventually find their way home. So that was a long-winded answer. Sorry about that.
Any RV updates? Thank you.
I just gave them, but I'll repeat myself. There is a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement. And most bankers are being told to expect this. Many bankers. I know of 2. I'm just sharing with you what I know. And I've also heard that the IMF has given Vietnam the okay to RV as well. And Vietnam has been wanting to do it. So I don't know how quickly it's going to happen, but they now have the blessing of the IMF and the BIS. And those institutions will be changing as well, and they already are. We're playing the game. We all have to play the game still for a little bit longer. And because we don't have anything to replace it with just yet. In other words, we have the quantum system and we have the fiat dollar system. Those two systems are being merged, but they're not fully integratable just yet, which is why we're having to play both, to pay attention to both systems as they begin to merge into one, which would be the quantum system. So it just takes time. And as there's many people working on those, you have what's going on in the world with just all kinds of insanity. All those things factor in, and they're distractions. And depending upon the offense, sometimes resources have to be pulled away from the integration of the two systems to deal with another issue. And this is a way of slowing it down. And the dark side knows this. They've been doing this a very long time. As good as the white hats are, the deep state, it has to be taken very seriously, because they have shown their absolute disdain for life. So that's not something to take for granted or to flaunt, because they're very serious people. Dark, but serious people.
Thank you so much for watching today's question and answer video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to stay updated on new videos. Your support truly helps us spread Alex's messages from the Andromedans and reach more people. For those interested in the complete experience, remember that the full webinar replay is available for just $5.99 at alexcollier.tv. This is where you'll find Alex's in-depth insights and answers to more questions from our community. We'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment or drop an emoji below. We read every single comment, and your engagement really means a lot to us. To keep up with the latest from Alex Collier, you can visit alexcollier.org for more about his work, alexcollier.news to sign up for our email newsletter with the latest updates and exclusive content, and alexcollier.live for the most recent news and info. And don't miss our full library of over 250 past webinars on alexcollier.tv. Thanks again for supporting the work of Alex Collier. Your support makes it all possible, and we're truly grateful for each and every one of you. See you next time. If you would like to see the Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we hold a live online seminar every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information on upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org.